Okay. Um, I'm not real tech savvy here with all of this. Trying to post this live um, on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, but here it goes. Uh, Today is August the 3rd. Yesterday was an incident, what I want to tell you about. Some Black Lives Matter situations. When my 5-year-old daughter and I were coming back from the grocery store yesterday afternoon. We were crossing the street and we got like 3/4 through the crosswalk. So it wasn't an intersection, it was a crosswalk. And this maroon Jeep is approaching us from our right. So before we get to the other side of the block, this guy blocks us off. I had some choice words to say to him about that because he almost hit us. So, with his windows up, I called him a hole MF and then proceeded to walk around toward the right, back around his vehicle to get to the other side of the street. Once we got to the other side of the street, he rolled down his window and he proceeded to tell me, "You better watch your mouth or I'll shoot your black ass." So now at this time, me and my daughter were standing on the corner because we had to turn around once he rolled down his windows because, we're walking. It's hot, it's humid. Just come from getting some cold cuts because it's too hot to cook. And so once he rolled down his window and said that, I kind of pushed her further back up on the curb to get her so-called out of harm's way. He's just sitting there because, he looked like he felt like he could say something like that. And so just to reiterate, he said, "You better watch your mouth or I'll shoot your black ass." And so while my daughter is standing back up over on the side, I stepped back up to the right on the sidewalk, never went down to the street, never approached his car. But his car is close enough because he cut us off. We're 3/4 through the crosswalk. So he had to pull up far to the right to get over there. So standing on the end of the sidewalk is not that far removed from where his window was rolled down at, where he's sitting there in this relatively looking brand new Jeep Cherokee, maroon, nice car. And then that's what he said. "Watch your mouth or I'll shoot your black ass." And so I proceeded to tell him, "Are you going to shoot me?" I said, "Okay." Well, I said, "You know what? I'm not surprised you think like that because the idiot in the White House has got some of you people thinking that it's okay to shoot black people." And my words, well, I'm kind of paraphrasing right now because I'm trying to keep it clean enough so that this can get posted so everybody can hear it. But this white man threatened me in front of my 5-year-old daughter. Now, I ain't saying that she heard exactly what was going on, but she saw me sitting there engaging this dude in conversation. And so as I'm talking to him, I'm getting really loud and getting really indignant because at this point in time, with the pandemic going on, Black Lives Matter, Hurricane Isis, or however you pronounce that, and all that goes along with that, unemployment, yes, all that, which, again, the powers that be haven't figured that out yet either. It's like nobody cares. And here, this guy's rolling around, and because I have something to say about me and my 5-year-old daughter almost getting hit by this guy, and because I got some choice words for him, what's the first response that comes out of his mouth? I'm gonna shoot you. You watch your mouth, or I'm gonna shoot your black ass. So I was like, you know what? At this point, listen, I'm a 60-year-old black man in America living in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. You know, I'm from New York, but at the same time, at this point, what do I got to lose except my life? Other people have lost their lives for less and everything like that. It just didn't feel like it was the time for me to back down from no crap like that. So I just kept talking crap to him. Yeah. So, I guess my whole point is this. When we're in this very tumultuous period in our lives, and when all these different things are happening simultaneously between millions of us that are unemployed, pandemic, the hurricane, still all this other things are going on, in this, particular situation at this point in time in our lives in August of 2020. It just felt like something that I need to say to everybody, because this is me just letting you know, as a black man in America, that these are things that are still going on every day. Thank God that the situation didn't turn out, worse or more tragic or anything like that. But this is just me, a nobody in America. But my life matters to me. And the people that love and care about me, my life matters to them. And so, arbitrarily, because I had something to say about this white man cutting me and my daughter off in the crosswalk, when I had something to say, I mean, I'm quite sure I could have been more cordial. But you know what? It's hot. It's humid. I'm walking. I don't have a car. I'm just trying to provide for my family. Too hot to cook. So we went out to go get some cold cuts, and we coming back, and this incident happens. And so, with all that said and done, this is the status and the nature of where we're at in the United States of America. Supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. Nobody owns this country. Me as a black man, and I'm old enough, I still haven't got used to saying African American. I know I'm part African, but all I know is what's been here in the United States. I'm like, what, 2, 3 generations removed from slavery and everything like that. But there are times like this when you still feel like a slave, where some white man could just say, watch your mouth or I will shoot your black ass. Now, with that said, because I stood my ground and because I don't carry no gun, everybody can get guns, I choose not to carry a gun because I learned early on, growing up in New York, that when you carry a gun, and I was always taught that if you carry a gun and if you threaten to shoot somebody, well, first of all, you don't threaten to shoot them. You pull it, and if you pull it, you better shoot somebody. So what? He gonna get out of his car? I told him, was you gonna shoot me from your car? Well, why don't you get out your car? But make sure you bring your gun with you, because if you don't, it's a whole different ball game, you know. And I'm sitting here now because I survived that situation. But then all I'm saying is that we as a country are so divided because we have no leadership from Washington. Our so-called leader of the free world is nothing but a straight up joke. There is nothing presidential about him. There's nothing diplomatic about him. There is no decorum in his response to anything. He's just so arrogant and pompous and conceited and self-serving and any other adjective that you can use to describe how narcissistic that this guy is. Yeah, I'm like Whoopi. I'm not even calling him by name because I'm ashamed to even name him as the president. He doesn't deserve the position. He's trying to hold on to it. I don't know anybody who supports him. You know, that's on you guys. You think he's doing a good job, then, there's something wrong with you guys too. Straight up. Period. There's something wrong with all of you. Because now this country is going to hell in a handbasket. The devil's at work, and he's got one of his demons sitting in the White House. So, yeah, I said it. And you know what? I will repeat it. I will reiterate it until, listen, I already believe it. And those of you that don't believe it, wait and see what happens. Because if you see, having one disaster to deal with at one time is one thing. But now it's almost like what Malcolm X said years ago. The chickens have come home to roost. Hearing all this, try to pass the whole pandemic away like it was going to magically disappear, and not getting in front of the problem, but just going to try to just blow it off because just like anything else. I mean, you can't fire the pandemic. You can fire everybody else. Oh man, the words I want to use right now. You can fire the pandemic. You can't fire the pandemic. You can fire everybody else. It's like all he wants is the yes men. And everybody to agree with him. He's going against the expert healthcare officials and Dr. Fauci and all that. What is it? Why is he still in office? I don't get it. So anyway, this is just my own little personal situation here in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. This ain't down south or anywhere like that or anything like that. But, this has been something that's been going on. And with me being an older cat, being born, raised up in the 1960s, going to school, in the first wave of desegregation in New York, getting bused out to the suburbs and this, that, and the other, going through the race riots from the mid-60s until I graduated from high school. And this is a shame in August of 2020 that here we're still having this particular conversation. There are a whole lot more things that I have to say about all this. But I just want to let you guys know that I survived my Black Lives Matter situation with, being threatened with getting shot right in broad daylight in the middle of the street with my 5-year-old daughter sitting right there, standing there, watching me go back and forth with this guy, but I didn't back down. And basically, when he drove off with his window still down, I said, yeah, that's what I thought. Because, all of you guys ain't that brave. You're not that brave. But I'm not some young knucklehead on the street talking all that, this, that, with my pants hanging down and everything like that. I serve my country. I'm a veteran. And I really don't know what else to say besides that, just to say that this stuff is going on every day, people. Every day, all day. And this is just my little story to tell you of what happened to me in front of my 5-year-old daughter, walking home from the grocery store with a bag of cold cuts and a loaf of Italian bread in my bag, and just trying to make my way back home and trying to cross the street. And there it is. This is how Black Lives Matter in America right now, August 2nd, 2020. And that was yesterday. I'm still sitting here being able to talk about it. So you guys need to take heed, because this is not going to stop. All the protests, all of the everything that's going on. I mean, I feel bad for the violence that goes along with the protests, but then, you know, you have those provocateurs and those paid agents, and the things that they say about how they put shit in the game, basically, is what it is. And so here I am. I made it this far, so now I got something to say. You know, I'm not a social media person like this. I don't do this, but I had to say it because now it wasn't just about me. It's about my 5-year-old daughter. You know, I hope everybody just kind of listens to this and just knows that at any given time, anything could happen, even something as minor as a little traffic situation that happens where being a black man in America, you can be threatened to get shot just for speaking up because you almost ran us over. And you think I ain't gonna have nothing to say? I'm supposed to back down? Yes, master. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you gonna shoot me, master? Please don't shoot me. Nah, not gonna happen. Not taking this crap no more, man. You know? And just like any, you know, some of us had to die for this. And when it gets right down to it, if I gotta be one of them ones, then so be it. But you know what? Not backing down, because you know what? I've served my country. I've done everything that I can. Try to be a productive member of society. I'm not no angel. I'm not none of that. But I've done what I had to do. And I've been sitting here taking care of my family, minding my business. And here, just today, if I had not handled myself the way that I did, just for lack of a better way of saying it, I could be another dead nigga in the street. So, with that said, I'm out.